Hello lovely human beings, it's Loretta with Sparrowhawker Designs. So I thought I would just come on and share with you some of the things I've been learning in the class that I'm taking with LorriMarie Jenkins. LorriMarie has a YouTube channel here, obviously here, and she is a mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. That's what she always says anyway. And she primarily works in altered books. So I signed up for her online Zoom class because of COVID, obviously. We can't meet in person. Plus, I don't live in California. And so this is some of the stuff I've been learning. The book is nowhere near finished, and we only have one more class, so I'm probably going to have to fill the book with things that I want to put in it. But so far, this is what I've learned from her. So this page we did a stencil with some modeling paste to get this brick look to it. And then these little door hinges that open up and reveal this lady sitting in there. I don't know if you can see that. That was interesting because the screws are too long for the thickness of the paper, of the, the board or whatever. So I had to put them in and then get really sharp pliers and try to cut them off. And this is one of those times that if I had not been married with a husband who was pretty strong, I don't know what I would have done. So anyway, because I could not, my arthritis is like, it won't let me squeeze that tight. So I just could not get it done on my own. So I had to ask my husband for help. Anyway, and then when she's got burlap, she put burlap up at the top for the roof. But it really looks completely different than hers. I added this little key down here, and she did not put the leaves. I put leaves on there because I just thought it was kind of cool to make it look like, there was a big tree in the front yard or something. This here is embossed. She calls it vegan leather, but it's just like a paper bag that you run through your embosser. And I put like a rust paste on this to, get the shine down a little bit, but it really didn't work like I thought it was going to work. And I think that's it. Everything that, so, and I do have like a fabric strip here in the middle because it helps reinforce the pages. And so what you do with these are you take your book and you tear out pages. Someday I might do a tutorial on that. And then you glue 3 or 4 pages together to get these really sturdy things. So anyway, this was the most recent class that we did. But then this one was, she had done farm to factory, and I didn't really want to do farm to factory, so I did, it's all kind of like about duality, so I did despair to hope. And then I printed these little birds on this little see-through vellum, not vellum, I forget what that's called, but anyway. So this is my interpretation of despair, and that is, working around the clock in a factory, and I even went so far as to put like this little skeleton inside the door. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so this effect is done with, I cut out my buildings on a thin piece of cardboard, and then I wrapped duct tape, not duct tape, but duct tape, D-U-C-T tape, around it. But down here I put metal things under it to get, because she had used an embossing folder to get the effect on her walls that she wanted, but I didn't have, all my embossing folders are flowers. So this was the only way that I could kind of get that effect. Was to kind of just put the stuff under the duct tape, and then I painted over it. The background was several different layers of paint, and then this, I can't remember what this is called, acetate, maybe? I think that's what that is. Anyway, so there are birds, because there's birds fly in the city and there's birds fly in the country. And so then you get here to the country, and or not the country, but your home, I guess, and it's hope. So, and I used an Emily Dickinson poem on here. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tunes without the words and never stops at all. So that's that one. And I just did some little white paint dots around the side there. Again, I used a brayer and some paint for the backgrounds. But I just have so much scrapbooking stuff left over that I'm like, I have to use it in some way. So, and then the first page that we did was a total, I completely failed at this one. This is supposed to be like a dual image, like, you know, you looking in the mirror, and I could not get the mirror image to work like hers did. She did like a transfer onto the duct tape, which made it look like a mirror, an actual glass mirror, and I could not get it to work. It involves lots of like rubbing very lightly for hours on end, and I just kept rubbing through it. And so I just printed mine. I scanned the image and printed it, and I altered it on my I guess my photography software, and then I did like, it's not really a crackle paste, but it was some kind of a paste around it, and then some bronze paint, and then I just did like I guess it's like a pearlescent paint, just to kind of give that weird reflection. But so far as doing her actual technique, I completely failed. So anyway, but I did finally get the transfer to work on to like a canvas with gesso, but this was supposed to be done onto duct tape with Mod Podge, and it just would not work for me. I'm gonna keep trying, but anyway. So this says there are two choices available in Duality, one side or the other side. Everything is formed from that. So anyway, and then I just did some stenciling, and I have a paint that's got like little glitters in it, and I just kind of did that all around the whole page. And I put some of my wool scraps in here. So I also used some colored pencils to color her in, because the original picture is just sepia, flat sepia, but I just kind of colored her in. And so that's what I've learned so far. I've got one more lesson. But I just wanted to come on and show you this because I haven't been on in a while. And anyway, so yeah, I really like this. I really like the way this turned out. I really, really like the way that turned out. And yes, there are also in these, I also did put fabric down between the middle of these before I started putting on the collage work, because all of these pages have like this collage work underneath it. So, anyway, I won't tell you what LorriMarie calls them, because she got in trouble with YouTube, and I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So, you can go to her channel and find out what she calls them. But anyway, so that's that. Anyway, so far the class has been great. The ladies have been lovely. I'm a little intimidated, and when I'm intimidated, I'm kind of quiet, believe it or not. So I've been kind of quiet. But it's been really cool. It's been really enlightening. So I can't wait to see what she has for us for next week. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. I will be back soon, I'm sure, with some. I think I'm working on. Yes, I'm working on the next crazy quilt block. Determined to get that travel themed crazy quilt finished this year. So anyway, I should be back with that pretty soon. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.